on adventurous, really like at the same place and stage in life as you, really ready to like go find some adventures, loves to do happy hour, loves to like go on little weekend adventures, is young at heart and likes to work out. Like you might find somebody at 60, at 70, at 50, at 40 that is more lively than someone at a younger age. So
It's true.
we're just drawing conclusions about people
I
that we
know.
don't even know, that
I
haven't
know.
even made fruition. So we're just, again, making prayers for things we don't want.
I know, right? I mean, I've like, for the first time, I've been trying to look on some of these dating apps and I've increased my age. I think I had it to from like 37 to 42 or something before that. So,
Yeah.
because I've always been like, no, like I'm okay with a couple years
I'm young.
younger. I'm still young. But then I realized like 37, 38 to 41 is a big deal. Sometimes it's like for a dude 4 years younger than me, like that's, I gotta stop. I gotta start like, at my age at least kind of thing. And then I really have to be, you know, weeding out. I can't really be with guys that have never had kids. They just don't understand my wavelength. They don't.
Right.
I just have to be really particular about that. But anyway, I increased the age range for my searches from like I think 40 to
And not
46.
necessarily. Like some men are very, very like, some people don't have children
Yeah.
and maybe never really wanted to have children of their own, but they like kids, or they're
Yeah.
like nice and like cool and like they're just fine with the fact that you have kids and that
Yeah.
you don't want more. They actually like that you don't want more. Like,
Yeah.
really, rather than worrying about like what we want from someone else, we just have to like define what we are and what we like are, like be you, like, and just it's it. Like,
Yeah.
take it or leave it, and like it's okay if you leave it because you're not for me.
Oh my gosh, this is funny. I'm like, as we're talking, I'm on OK Cupid, right? And I'm seeing this one guy. I guess I got caught by his scuba diving picture. So I was like, oh, scuba diving. But he's
Yeah,
not.
common interest.
Yeah, but he's not cute at all. But anyway, he puts update on his self summary update. Now divorced, finally, took forever, 0 stars, would not do it again. I'll need to spend the time updating all my answers. This account lasted longer than my marriage. So some answers might be out of date, low drama, and still not looking for unicorns. Oh my god. Oh
That
my
sounds like a
gosh.
fun guy. I would
It,
swipe right on that shit.
No, I know. I've sometimes guys have caught me with just the cool, funny things they put, even when they've not been that cute. I'm like, okay, I maybe I
Yeah,
could
your
find him attractive.
personality. Yeah,
Yeah.
like to me, like you can become cute. That's what happened with this catfish, because like he wasn't super attractive to me, but like, and he wasn't at all like really like someone I would go for, but like he didn't look bad.
Yeah.
Not like a person.
I've also learned how like the fuck yeah, fuck no thing. I've learned also over the last few years with these dating apps. It usually it's that way with the looks too. You either feel the fuck yeah or fuck no. And deep
Yeah.
down, the fuck no's, you ignore them and you think, well, maybe I could. I like their personality. That's why I try not to waste too much time getting to know them before meeting them, in person because.
One thing that I say to myself when I swipe is attracted or not attracted.
What do you mean, attracted or not attracted?
Like attracted. Not
Attractive.
attracted. Not attractive, attracted. Like, am I attracted or not attracted? Like,
Right.
and that has something to, that's important. And when I swipe right on someone I'm not attracted to and I talk to them, I never am like, it's rare, but it's rare that like.
It's something that has to jump out and it maybe starts down to their eyes or something. There's something in the face. Like, who was it that somebody said something about like,
it's how your brain is wired.
yeah, something in their face has to click with your brain.
It's not even emotional.
No.
Yeah, that's not emotional. It's how your brain is wired. Like what? Like my brother's girlfriend told me the other day, or fiance now, told me like one day when I was over there about how like people who have foot fetishes, that there's a piece in your brain of like there's a part in your brain that like is very close to your like sexual organs, that
Oh.
connect your sexual organs, that is also closely related to feet. And sometimes if those wires get crossed somehow, like that's how a foot fetish becomes. It's just literally like, and then that like made things very clear to me about like attraction. Like you just can't like.
It's almost animalistic. There's very little you can do to explain when there's something there that's attracting you to somebody in the chemistry sense or what have you. I mean, it comes down to being like primal, you know, like how dogs will be attracted to each other by sniffing each other's butts, right? And stuff like that. Or they get to know each other through their scents, through sniffing their butts and stuff. We obviously don't sniff each other's butts, but it's like when you get really intimate with a guy, like start dating somebody, have you noticed that like the smell is very important to you? Like that smell has to click in you have to enjoy their smell.
That was something you and I talked about when I was dating Daniel early on. I remember telling you about like how like his smell, like I can't get enough of it. Like
and it's not the smell from their cologne and shit or their laundry detergent.
Their person.
It's their actual scent that comes from their skin and their pores when you're kissing them and stuff like that, or even when you're hugging them and stuff. And it's a scent that's no one else has, and it's like, you know, we all have one, I'm sure, but like it's not even like, oh, you smell like BO. It's just their natural scent. They all have one. Everyone has one. And so it trips me out because I am so sensitive to that smell when I'm with a guy, and it's like so comes down to that animalistic, unexplainable, primal shit that, you know, I feel like a dog sometimes when I think about that stuff. Like, are we just at the end of the day animals like them? Like we don't always know why, and we try to make logical better, you know, choices, but maybe marriages worked all that much better in the years prior when nobody really put that much thought to it. They just picked a primal mate for whatever reason, whether they smelled good, they just looked like, and they stuck to it, and they just did, whether they freaking how hard it got or not. I don't know. You know, I have to say, this guy that, you know, the sweet guy I was talking about, the one I've been out with 3 times, and he might, you know, come by tomorrow. I'm almost tempted to tell him I don't want to hang out tomorrow. I'm just not in the mood. Because he hasn't done enough to like for me to like open my home to him like that. I just don't feel. I feel like it's coming from a place of desperation. If I'm like, come over and have dinner, I'm not really that desperate, and he's not done anything to like woo me into doing that. So I think
maybe you should just like wait and see tomorrow how you feel, and plan on not having him over.
Yeah, right.
If you do feel like maybe hanging out, then maybe you say to him like, hey, why don't we just go somewhere like out for a drink?
Yeah.
And it can even be close to your place.
Yeah, right.
And if you feel comfortable enough to have him over, then you can be like, oh, like, come over, like, come see my place or whatever. But like,
yeah,
you make that decision then. And like, I mean, for the past, from November until recently, I'd only been having people here because, you know, COVID and like, also, I was so comfortable in my space that I didn't want to go anywhere. So it was kind of like, just come to me. You know?
You're so bold.
I got lucky having like people over, but like, you know, like that guy, that one weirdo, like luckily I didn't invite him over, but you know, like, because I could have been dead by now, or like.
Yeah, no, you broke all the dating rules with that. You should never let them come in your house the first time.
So many times. Oh my God, Jeanette, so many times. Like at least around like 10 times I've had like strangers for the first time ever meeting them in my home. Fucking weird. What was I thinking?
Yeah.
And then even like, even after like someone stealing from me.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I've just had so many crazy, like, weird things. Like, mostly it's been not that bad, though. Like, luckily I've been very, like, other than that one guy, like, everybody's been really fucking, like, cool. And, like, everything's been fine. It's just that they've been, like, one-night stands. Like, I just am starting to feel really, like, yucky about it, you know? Like, not, like, shameful in any way, because I know that, like, it's fine if that's what I want
Right.
to do. I can do that. It's my body. Who am I trying to fucking please? It's not
Right.
anybody. It's just, am I trying to please society? No, I live in
No.
my bubble, like, but in my mind, you know, and then like, and then I do these things and I talk about them relentlessly, like with people, like I have no shame, and like I clearly know what I'm doing, but like I needed to do it enough to make myself sick, and that's what I do with anything.
Yeah,
Anything that's bad for me, I do it. I overdo it. I overdo it until I'm sick about it, and then I'm like, ugh, I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, no, and you're just lucky that it didn't. I mean, you use your senses with it, you know. I've just heard too many stories. Like, I've just always been so wary about bringing people here. I've always followed the rule of let's meet somewhere else before I. But and even then, like, I can't really bring them to my house. I always have kids, so it's like I've been to their house.
Yeah.
Like James and I, when we first met, we went out and we met at Taps, and then we ended up going back to his house. So I'm not any better if you think about it, but he ended up being one of my really close friends in the end. So, but
Yeah.
you just, but there are so many other stories. We do have to be more careful. Oh, wait, but you signed up for that thing now. Did it work? The app thing?
What thing?
The thing where you let people know where you are. I remember at my birthday party and you were like, oh my God, I accidentally called 911.
Yeah. You said that one time with that same person that's like told me about it. I don't know. I think I have it on my phone still, but yeah, it's Moonlight.
Moonlight,
So,
yeah. That's a good idea.
If you're like out with someone and you're just like not feeling it, and like by putting it on your Tinder, I don't know. I'm also very careful. I've never been dumb about it. I've always asked them to send me like identifying information. Like I'll tell them like, I don't like feel any bad vibes from you, but like, could you send me something that makes me feel a little more comfortable? I'm gonna send it to my cousin. She's gonna make sure I'm safe. Like, and then anybody who gives like any back push, like obviously is not someone you want to hang out with, you know?
No, totally, yeah. Speaking of that, as we're on the phone, I'm swiping left. I'm on OkCupid because what we're talking about, I'm like, I may as well be on here. And a 51-year-old guy, I just thought, okay, he's handsome, I guess, he's cute. So I swiped right and we matched. So we'll have to see if he messages me. So yeah, the dating thing, we'll see how that goes. Anyways. Oh, I'm just so glad we finally got to have this conversation. So thank you so much. I had so much fun talking to you.
I did too. This was so much fun. Love you.
I love you. Talk to you next time. Well, that was... Hey guys, don't forget you can drop me a line, send me a message on Facebook at Single Moms Survive and Thrive, or on Instagram at Single Moms Survive and Thrive. Shoot me a note, send me any ideas, any suggestions, anything you want me to discuss. I'm all ears.